Hey guys, my name's Josh with Vidpresso, and I'm going to take you through a short walkthrough of how our platform works. First thing we'll talk about is how to add a camera source. Down in this lower left-hand corner, we're going to click plus source, and you select your camera from this drop-down. I'm selecting this one. I've got a few virtual cameras. I can also select a desktop capture and capture either an application window, my entire screen, or a Chrome tab as a source. But for now, we'll just use the FaceTime camera. And I'm going to use this pass-through audio driver that I've created. I could use my built-in microphone or some other audio device on my computer. This is the one we're going to use today. Echo cancellation is good if you have multiple people on your stream and you're not using headphones. Makes it so their audio feeds don't loop back on itself and cause feedback. Otherwise, if you're playing music through an audio source, I would definitely turn echo cancellation off. Once I've made sure the settings here are right, I'll click I'm ready. Then I'll click activate on my camera source to add that camera to my program feed. Now if I want to add a second source, I can click this plus source button again, and we'll add this virtual source with a fake audio driver. I'm ready. So now I can live switch between these two video sources by clicking on them just like that. If I want to create a picture-in-picture with the two sources, I'll click this plus PIP button, and now I've got a composite between the two. I can select which camera angles are part of the picture-in-picture up here, or I can swap them with that button, and I'll hit the check mark to save it. So now I'm small down here, and my other source is large back there. I'll put this live for now. Next, let's go ahead and set up a stream. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a stream description. I'm going to say, this is a demo. We're going to stream through the cloud. You may not see this here for your account, but if you do, the cloud streams through our servers. If you have one of your own servers set up, it streams through there, or some of our other options that if you have it, you'll know about it. If not, then you're just going to stream through the cloud. We're going to stream to a new Facebook post, but I can stream to an existing Facebook post, like a scheduled post, an RTMP post, so I can go to YouTube or Twitch or some other RTMP platform, or I can stream to a Periscope post like this. For today, we're going to use a new Facebook post, and all of the pages that I'm an admin on show up right here. If this is your first time using Vidpresso, there's a button here that will say Authenticate. You'll need to click that button first to grant access to your list of pages. So I'm going to click on Vidpresso Test as the page we'll stream to, and click Save. Next, there are 3 default graphics packages that come with your account. If you're on our Pro or Enterprise levels, then you will have a custom graphics package that has been designed. Otherwise, these 3 right here are going to be your graphics packages. We'll start with default graphics, and I'll show you how that works. Once I've selected the graphics package, I hit save. Now, if you want to stream in an aspect ratio other than widescreen, you can select it from this drop down here. Today, we're just going to use widescreen. Next, I'll show you how this graphics package looks. I've clicked on the graphics tab. I'll click the plus to add a graphic, and let's create a new lower third for myself. We'll call it Josh Levitri with Vidpresso. Hit save, and to display that graphic, all I have to do is click the activate button, and that graphic shows up on the screen right here. Let's see how this looks in a different graphics package. If I go back to the Stream Setup tab and switch to our hexed graphics package, I'll click Save, and that graphic will reappear in the style of the other graphics package. Same information, completely different display. You're able to change the color scheme of this graphics package by clicking the color selector right here. You can also upload your own logo right here that will show up instead of the Vidpresso logo inside of this graphics package, and will also become the bug for the bug graphic from your graphics dropdown. Now, other than a lower third, your graphics package will include an intro slate. So I can say Demo intro, episode 1. And I'll hit save there. And if I animate that onto the screen, that will cover up the entire screen. We'll take that off the screen now. We'll go ahead and take off the lower third as well. You might have a counter or a timer. Let's say I want a 5-minute timer. I'll say 600 seconds is 5 minutes. No, that's wrong. That's 10 minutes. 300 seconds is 5 minutes. I'll click save, activate this timer, and click start to actually start it counting. Another graphic that you may have available to you is a rundown. This is a good way of showing different stories that you're going to talk about on your show. So I'm going to say we're going to talk about graphics. Then we're going to talk about comments. Then we'll talk about polls. Then prompter. Then participants. Then RTMP sources. I'll click save and display that on the screen. So we've got our stories here. Let's activate our first story. We're talking about graphics now. After we're done here talking about graphics, we'll talk about comments. Then we're going to talk about polls, the prompter, participants, and RTMP sources. So this is kind of a cool graphic to keep your audience, give your audience a look of what's coming up next. We'll take down our timer as well. Let's talk about comments. In order for us to get comments, we have to be streaming. So I'll go back to my stream setup page and make sure that everything looks the way I want it to. And then I'll click the start button. We'll save and begin the stream. It's contacting our cloud servers right now. And the cloud servers are establishing a connection with Facebook. We'll get this countdown from 10. And once it reaches 0, we will be live on Facebook. There we go, we're live on Facebook. Let's go ahead and go to a new tab and check that post out on Facebook. Facebook. Great, we found our post. Now I'm going to write a comment saying this is a comment. Next I'm going to say, for me, put this on the stream. So we've got 2 comments in there now. We'll notice that there's a 2 underneath the comments tab. And those 2 comments are displayed right here. I'm going to click the activate button to display this on screen. Comes up with my profile picture, my username, as well as my comment. A cool thing that we've added to the comments tab is the ability to queue comments. What that means is if you've got a stream with lots of comments coming in very quickly, it can be tough to save those comments for later. So by clicking this star on the comment, it will add it to your queue tab within the comments tab. This is a place where you can store comments for later use on your show. Also, comments that you've put to air will automatically be added to your queue. If you want to see your queue and the comments that are coming in on your post, at the same time, you can click this Show 2 Columns tab and they'll be displayed side by side. So that's all there is to comments. Now let's talk about polls. There are 2 different kinds of polls. There are keyword polls and there are reaction polls. A keyword poll grabs data from the comments section of your video. A reaction poll grabs data from the reactions on the Facebook post. Let me show you how this works with a keyword poll first. I'm going to ask the question, do you like chips or candy? Ooh. And then we're going to say, keyword 1 is chips, keyword 2 is candy. Now you can have more than 2 responses. For this demonstration, we're only going to use 2. I'll create this poll and click the Activate button to animate it onto the screen. It should show up right here at the bottom like that. Now, if we go back to our Facebook post, I'm going to say, I really like candy. And someone else may say, chips are the best. They can even misspell it. So we can see those responses coming in there. There's a little bit of delay between Facebook. I forget. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb. So those 3 responses have come in now. You can clear those responses by clicking Reset Poll Count to 0. If you want to go back and get those responses again, you can click Count All Responses from the beginning of the stream, or you can delete your poll. So that's how a keyword poll works. Let me show you how a reaction poll works. A reaction poll works very similarly. I can say, do you like chips or candy? We're going to say like for chips and love for candy. Creating the poll, animating this onto the stream, and we've got our like and our love options there. Let's go try that and see how that looks. We're going to like it that way. We're going to love it. And I'm going to love it right there. So those responses have come in. They take a second because of that delay between Facebook and the buffer that they introduce. But we can see those responses have all come in right here and later show up on our stream. We'll see that last love come in here just one moment later. There we go. So that's how reaction polls work. Likewise, you can also reset the poll count to 0, count all of the reactions from the beginning of the stream, or delete your poll. Now the prompt view is really cool. If I go to the prompt view and click Open Prompt View, it will open a new tab with this black screen. It'll be black in a moment, I swear it. There we go. Now you can open this link that I clicked on a mobile device or another browser, and it will work the same. Let me just show you what it does. If I want to send a message to that prompt window, I can click 1 minute. And in this prompt window, it displays 1 minute. I can send a custom message, like, fix your hair. Send to the prompter. That custom message shows up in the prompter. Another cool feature is in your comments, if you want to send a comment to your talent via the prompter prior to putting it on the screen, that can be easily done by clicking on this Send to Prompt button. It will turn the comment yellow, and it will send the username as well as the comment to your talent, so that you can wait for them to start talking about the comment before you put the comment to air. And the comment goes to air. So that's how that works. And then you click the clear button to clear the prompter so that they only see a message when you want to send them a message. Let's talk about the Participants tab. If you want to include a remote guest in your show, you can type in their email right here, click the Save button, and it will send them an email with a link to join your show. You can also copy one of the links down here and send that to the person that you'd like to join their show. They just have to be sure to open the link inside of a Chrome browser, otherwise it will not function as expected. So that's how you can add a guest to your show. They add their camera the exact same way by clicking the plus source button in the lower left corner. However, they will not have any control over switching cameras or displaying graphics. They only have the ability to add their camera as a source. The last thing I'd like to cover is the RTMP Sources tab. Now, there's a stream URL and a stream key that you can stream to from a separate encoder, from a LiveView Solo, from a Teradek, from a DJI drone through their app. You can stream to it through what I recommend is the Larix broadcaster for iPhones and Android devices. And then as you're streaming to this source right here, you can add it to your stream down here. I'll show you an example on my phone. So I'm going to open up the broadcaster on my phone. And I've already configured this with the URL and stream key here. Okay, I've got my phone. I'm going to start broadcasting to that first source. Next, I'm going to click Add to Current Stream as Source. It will be displayed as my camera 3 as soon as it loads. I'm going to mute it so that we don't hear it coming through. There we go. So now this source is coming through. You can see my laptop and microphone here from my phone. You can do the same thing with anything that sends an RTMP encoded stream. I'll go ahead and stop that. We'll trash that camera source. So that's a quick overview of how Vidpresso works and the features that are offered. If you need support while you're using our software, please click on this intercom bubble in the lower right-hand corner to contact our support team or contact us at support@vidpresso.com. Thanks and good luck on all your streaming.